Hey guys, it's Ivan, and in this video I want to show you how to create YouTube ads in 2024 using the new Google Ad interface. If your interface looks something like this, however, make sure to check out my 2023 video because that will be more relevant for you. That said, what are YouTube ads? So you could create ads that show up in the actual YouTube video. This specific ad is called a skippable in-stream ad, which means people can skip this ad after 5 seconds. There are also non-skippable in-stream ads that last about 10 to 15 seconds that cannot be skipped. There are bumper ads that last 6 seconds that also cannot be skipped. So different types and variations of ads you can create. You also have ads here on the sides. As you can see here, it says sponsored. So you can create a video that will show up on the side, or when someone searches for something. Over here, if you search for make money online, you could have your video show up here. As it is over here, it says sponsored. I have been using Google Ads myself for the past 7 years, and so I want to show you how to effectively use it as well to promote your business, your products and services so that you can make money online. That said, now that you know exactly what these ads look like, let's get into it and let me show you the steps. So the first thing you guys want to do is head over to ads.google.com and sign up if you don't have an account yet. If you do, simply click on sign in. So from here on, what you want to do is click on the plus sign here and click on new campaign. And you can choose whatever option you like. If you want to drive more sales, you want to drive more leads, more website traffic, whichever option you set, you will have the option to then select video campaign. However, just so you see all the options, I'm going to select create a campaign without the goals guidance. And that way you'll see all the options here, and then we just want to make sure we select video, okay? And if you are curious about any of these other campaign types, I do have dedicated videos for each one. So for search, for display, for shopping, performance max, check those out. In this video, we're going to go over video. So here are the different video types you have and the different options you have, right? So you have skippable in-stream ads, in-feed and shorts ads for this option. You have bumper ads for this option, so on and so forth. The first thing I suggest you guys do if you aren't familiar with the different ad formats is go to this URL here, support.google.com/Google Ads Answer. I'll link this in the description, don't worry. And basically this just tells you exactly what each of these types of ads are. Okay, so the bumper ad is a 6-second ad. The non-skippable ad is actually 15 to 30 seconds, not 10 to 15, like I said, my bad. The skippable in-stream ad, the one that can be skipped, is maximum 3 minutes because people can skip it, right? So it's okay if it's a little longer. So just familiarize yourself with these, because once you get to the ad creation process, you will have to set which type you want to set, okay? Now, let's come back here. Let me quickly go over the difference between all of these options. The video views option here allows you to create these 3 ad formats. And the main difference between this and the other types is that for this option here, you're going to pay per view. So when somebody watches, I believe, at least 30 seconds of your video, only then you will pay. If somebody skips your ad, if somebody watches 5 seconds, you will not pay for your ad. So that's the benefit of this video views option over here. Then you have this efficient reach campaign type where you will be paying for every 1,000 impressions. So for every 1,000 times somebody has seen your ad, not necessarily viewed your video. So this follows a CPM cost model, which means cost per mille. You have target frequency where you show your ad to a certain number of people per week. So for example, if you select this option, you will also be paying for every 1,000 impressions. You will say, for example, hey, I want the same person to see my ad 3 times per week or per day, something like that, right? So you're really hammering down and really trying to get those same people and really hammer down your message. You have the non-skippable reach, which are these non-skippable in-stream ads, which last from 15 to 30 seconds, as it shows over here. Then you have the drive conversions, where if you have conversion tracking set up, you would select this option here. So Google shows your ads most likely to people that will convert. Ad sequence, this is kind of cool. So you will show your ads in a sequence. So first can start with, for example, skippable in-stream ad, then a non-skippable ad, then a bumper ad, so on and so forth, to the same people. So the same people will see different types of ads and really get your message. And then you have audio. I haven't really tried this before. This is basically, I'm guessing, just audio ads where there's nothing shown on screen, but it's just audio, something that maybe provides more detail via audio to the people. So these are the different options, okay? If you're just starting out, I suggest video views so that you actually pay for results, right? So you pay per view. Once you start getting some sales, once you have conversion tracking set up, I suggest drive conversions or efficient reach, because these will be the cheaper options for you once you start getting more sales. And we're just gonna scroll down, click on continue. And the first thing here we have to do is select the campaign name. If you want to edit anything, by the way, you can just click on this pencil icon to go back and edit whatever you want. So for this video, let's say we want to promote my Google Ads training video. Google Ads training, Ivan Mana. So that's the campaign name. The bid strategy here, it is CPV, as you can see, so that's cost per view. As you can see, you cannot change it because once you set that initial campaign type, the video views, that's the default bid strategy that's available for you. Then you have the campaign total or the daily. I am currently in Colombia, so this will be in Colombian pesos, but roughly 4,000 pesos is $1. So let's say 20,000 pesos, which is about $5 or so per day. So we can set that. You can click on edit here and you can also set an end date and a start date if you want. I'm just gonna leave it at starting as soon as the campaign is online, which is today, February 22nd. And I'm gonna set a daily budget right here. Next, you can choose the network. So you can choose to show where you want to show your ads. Do you want to show it on just Google, just YouTube, or do you also want to show them on Google partner sites? You can click on learn more. I don't believe they tell you the exact sites, but they give you some examples. So depending on what you want, if you want to just target Google and YouTube, you would deselect this option. Next, you would select the targeting. So let's suppose location, we want to target United States and Canada, for example. If you click on advanced search, you can also add locations in bulk. You can add a radius if you have a specific city you want to target, so you can play around with that. You can choose your language. So if your ads are in English, then you should probably set English here because then your ads will be shown to English speakers. That's what this is. This doesn't translate your ads, nothing like that. It just shows your ads to people who speak this language that you select here. You can also go over here and you can add related videos. So if you have any videos that are relevant to your ad, you can add them here and it kind of reinforces the message, makes it a little stronger, right? Makes 2 or 3 in 1, basically. You also have these multi-format ads, which you can deselect, and this is new. So what this does is this allows you to have actually several video ads. Instead of just the one video that you select, you can create several video ads and YouTube will mix and match them to show them in the best placements and to see which video does the best for you. So you can select this option if you want. For simplicity, we're just gonna go with the one video for now, but that's what this is. You can also scroll down, click on additional settings. You can play around with these options here. So devices, frequency capping, this is how many times you want people to either view your video, maximum number of times, or how many times you want people to actually just see that your ad is there. So you can set it here. So let's say I want people to see my ad no more than twice per day, okay? And YouTube will not show the same ad to somebody more than twice, okay? And then this is if somebody has actually seen your video. So if somebody has seen my video, I don't want to show my ad to them, or I don't want them to view my ad more than 2 times. And you can add more impression caps, more view caps, for example, per week, per month. So 2 per day, but let's say you want 5 per week, right? So you can do that. You can add those as well. Ad schedule, you can set when you want your ads to run. Third-party measurement. If you don't have any integrations with your Google Ads account, you won't see anything here, so don't worry about that. Next, you have the ad group name. So this is where you're gonna set the targeting. Who do you want to target and where? So normally I like to add the ad group name after I select my targeting, so that way I can name whatever the target we set. So here you can play around with the demographics. You can choose the age, the genders, the parental status, household income, things like that. You can also add audience segments. So this is cool. This allows you to set people based on what their interests are, which is affinity, based on their detailed demographics. So this is even more detailed than these demographics. It shows their parental status, marital status, education, home ownership status. Pretty cool. You have in-market and life events. So basically people that are in the market that are actively searching to buy something. That's what this would be. So you can click on in-market and you can see, okay, if you're promoting a baby product, right? Maybe you can find something to do with here, babies. You can click on the little down arrow and see more options there. You can come over here. You also have data segments. So this is going to be your remarketing list. If you don't have a remarketing list, you won't see anything here. Don't worry about that for now. You have combined segments and custom segments. So this is pretty cool. So you can combine segments. So combine them from any of your previous options that you set. So your demographics, your interest groups, your affinity segments, anything like that. You can go in here and add them here and create a combination of all of them, and you can make that as your audience. So you can do that here. So as you can see, you can browse the same things you saw earlier, affinity and market, and then you can narrow it down. So you can make a combination of those, right? And then last but not least, you have this custom segment, which is also pretty cool. So this one, you can target people based on interest or intentions. So for example, you can target people who searched for, in my case, let's say Google Ads tutorial. That's what we want to do. So I want to target people that searched for Google Ads tutorial or Google Ads training. If the video that I want to promote is about Google Ads, this is what I want to do. Or let's say Google Ads course. I don't want to do free. How to create Google Ads account, create Google Ads account. So for example, right? So these are the terms that I want to be added here. The weekly impressions I'm gonna get is from 500 million to 1 billion. Of course, depends where. I'm also gonna choose to set these ads. But this is basically how this is gonna go. So for the segment name here, I'm gonna name it Google Ads training. You can also expand segment by including people who browse certain types of websites, people who use certain types of ads. Basically unlimited selection options here for you guys. Just so many things to choose from. So we're gonna click save here and Google Ads training, right? So the first thing we're gonna do here, for example, under the ad group name is say Google Ads training keywords, okay? And then if we add more targeting options, I would add them here as well. So let's scroll down. So this is the audience segment part. This audience segment, this is just the people, okay? So you're gonna be targeting the people no matter what video, what website or what video they're seeing. The content is where you're gonna show your ads regardless of what type of people they are, whether they have certain interests or certain in-market tendencies, things like that. So if you come into keywords, for example, you can enter keywords here. Let's say Google Ads. And by the way, you can enter here Google Ads and get some suggestions. If you type it in here, click enter. Google paid ads, Google ads, which we already have, Google Ads search, Google Ads support, about Google Ads, for example. And then we're going to be showing our ads on YouTube channels or websites that have to do with these keywords, Google Ads, Google paid ads. You can also go by topics. So keywords are a little more specific, topics are a little more broad. So you can go by topics as well if you want a little wider range. You can do that here. And then you have placement. So this is my favorite. This is where you can set specific YouTube channels and specific videos where you can show your ads to, or specific websites. So for example, if you enter my channel name, Ivan Mana, you have some YouTube channels here. So you can target my channel. So you'll be showing your ads on some videos. You can set specific videos as well. So for example, for Google Ads, right? Let's suppose I want to show my Google Ad video on my Microsoft Ads video. So I'm going to select this video over here, and then my Google Ad video will be shown on this specific video, right? So that's really, really cool, I think. However, you do see a message here that says you need more placements. So this is pretty narrow. It's not enough. We need more. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave this off. And I'm just going to actually type something in. Let's say Google Ads. Let's see if there are any Google Ad channels. Oops. Google Ad YouTube channels, and then we're gonna let Google decide. So for example, these two. These have to do with Google Ads. This is Google Ads, but it's in a different language. This is Google Ads, right? So it still says you need more placements, but let's see if we can still save it and see how that goes. So we're just gonna close out of this. So we're targeting these specific channels or channels that have to do with these, right? So either one, and we're targeting these people, okay? So it's both. It has to be this and this. It has to match both of these criteria that we set. So here we said Google Ads training keywords, and then we can also say the 3 YouTube channels, and then we can say plus Google Ads keywords. Okay, so this could be like content, and then this is going to be the audience. So that's how this targeting works. You guys can play around with it. There are so many options. And what we have to do then here is select a video. Now I realize not all of you have a YouTube channel. So what you do have to do is you do have to create a YouTube channel, but when you upload your video, you can set it to unlisted. So you don't need to publish the video, make it seen live for everybody. You can unlist it, and then you can use that video here. So any unlisted videos you have can be used over here. And again, ideally, what YouTube suggests is for the video not to be too long. So just up to 3 minutes is good. So over here, I'll just say Google Ads. Let's say Google Ads without billing. So this video is just about 3 minutes long, how to create a Google Ads account without needing to enter your billing information. And then over here, you can set whether you want to make it as a skippable in-stream ad which will show up in the actual videos, or whether you want to make it an in-feed video ad, which is basically like a search ad, right? So if somebody searches for your content, or maybe somebody sees some YouTube video, your video will show up on the side as a suggestion. So pick which one you like. I'm gonna go with this skippable in-stream ad just because that's usually what people are looking for. And then over here, you see the example of what it's gonna look like. So here it can be skipped, right? Just like that, you have the thumbnail. And then over here, we wanna enter the URL. So where do you wanna take people to by people seeing this video? What's the point of this video? Where do you wanna take them to? And so here we're gonna say HTTPS. Let's suppose we wanna take them to ivanmana.com, which is my website. For the display URL, let's suppose I just wanted to say ivanmana.com. You could also include a call to action. So you have any of these options, you have a maximum of 10 characters. So for example, I like learn more, you can say that. For the headline, you can say learn Google Ads. That's a little big, but as you can see, the headline is gonna show up right over there. Okay, so I'm gonna delete it because it's too long. Let's say get free guide, because that's what people get when they visit my website. Now, there is sometimes a companion banner that shows up on the computer for your actual video. You can auto-generate it using your channel banner so people are more familiar with it, or you can upload an image if you like. So this is just basically the same thing as your actual YouTube channel banner. So if we come over here on desktop, it will be right there, right? So whatever your actual channel banner is, that's what it's gonna be like. So for me, for example, it's this one right here. Right, so that's the one. So that's the one that's just gonna show up over there automatically. So that's pretty much it. You can also preview your ad on YouTube. This is kind of cool. You can see what it's gonna look like
in this video.
And then here, as you can see, this is the ad. It's gonna have your little message over here. It's gonna say sponsored, and then people will have this option to skip over here on the bottom right-hand side. And then here, as you can see, here's that banner that we were talking about right there. That's taken from my channel. If you don't want that, you would just get your own, right? So you would just upload your own image if that's what you want. And then here you have the ad creation where you can create new video ads. So basically the same option as at the beginning there where I told you where you can add more ads so that YouTube can mix and match them in different placements, different locations. That's basically what this is as well. Next, you have the bid. So how much do you want to pay per view? A view is considered if somebody watches at least 30 seconds of your ad, if it's a skippable in-stream ad, or if somebody clicks on your ad. So if somebody clicks to go to your website, for example, as we have here, ivanmana.com, that will also be considered a view. Or of course, if your video is shorter than 30 seconds, then whenever somebody watches that whole thing. So if it's a bumper 6-second ad, somebody watches the 6 seconds, that would be considered a view. So over here, you can set the CPV bid. So how much you want to pay per view. It's generally pretty cheap. That's why YouTube ads are so popular. So it says here the recommendation is 499 pesos, which is about, I think, like 20 cents or so. So pretty cheap. And once you do that, you can scroll back up, just review everything, make sure everything here is good for your video campaign, then scroll down, click on create campaign. And it's saying here we need to add more YouTube channels because we need more placements, not enough placements. So what I'm just gonna do is I'll just delete these. I'll click on clear all, just simplify things for us. And then scroll back down, let's click on create campaign now. And this looks good, so you just wanna make sure everything is good. The only thing we will probably have to do is delete this 3 YouTube channels from our title, okay? So I'll show you how to edit all these things as well. So congratulations, you have successfully created your campaign. Let me quickly show you how to edit all the different options here. So you're gonna click on campaigns here on the left-hand side. Click on campaigns, I'm gonna get rid of that message. And our campaign is right here. So Google Ads Trading Ivan Mana. So if you click on this little gear icon, you'll be able to change the campaign settings, right? So that's the first thing. Now, if you want to change your specific details for the ad or the ad set level, you would just click on that campaign. And the first thing I want to do here is remove the 3 YouTube channels thing here. So I'm just going to delete that because we removed those 3 YouTube channels, right? So you want to make sure everything is consistent. You can change your maximum cost per view over here. You have your impressions, how many times your ad has been seen, how much you're paying on average per view, how many actual views you got, what the total cost is, and then you have your conversions over here. If you don't see any of these, you guys can just click on columns over here, click on modify columns, and you can add whatever options you want. So performance, recommended columns. You can scroll through if you want to add CTR, click-through rate, which is clicks divided by impressions. You can do that. Any of these options, take a look, whatever you need to see. You can go in and add it, and then you can play around and drag them around if you want to drag it to the top, to the left, and then you can save it as a default column, so you can always use that. And then last but not least, you guys have the ads. So if you click on ads over here, you can then come in and click on this little icon, click on edit ad, and you can go in here and make changes as you see fit. Now, keep in mind that if you do make changes while you already created the ad, it's going to create a new ad because it basically screenshots your existing setup and it doesn't want the results to be skewed. So that's why it kind of forces you. And if you click on here again, if you click on edit, it's going to tell you we'll remove the current ad and create a new one. So just something for you guys to keep in mind. It's not as straightforward as changing something on your search campaigns, for example. And that's pretty much it. This is how you guys create a video campaigns ad or a YouTube ad here with Google Ads in 2024. If you guys enjoy this content, I do invite you to check out my YouTube channel at youtube.com/IvanMana, where I have hundreds of different videos related to specifically my favorite Google Ads, but it has to do with anything really. Facebook ads, Google ads, Microsoft ads, how to make money online, anything like that. I also do invite you to check out my website at ivanmana.com, where I do offer you indeed a free guide showing you and helping you understand what affiliate marketing is, how it is, and how you can get started and how you can potentially start making money with it today. All right, that is all. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video.